a little bit. As look at Teddy's win rate on this Ezreal. It's made a big comeback. Pretty high.
9.4 KDA. Playing competitive team fights is a completely different beast. And yes, Gumushi he spent a fair bit of time. So I'm going to hold this thought for a moment as Ona has found Peanut and is just going to steal away his Gromp. That was a lot of...
That was bullying, straight up.
Not very fair as Justice Punch comes back here. Kellen just going to get bullied by him.
And Teddy has, I mean, he's one of our longest standing LCK players we have at the moment. So, yeah. Surprise, surprise, he knows.
Well, that is going to be another camp stolen. As Peanut does land the spear, but that's an Angus spear.
And Lucian can all-in you and kill you by himself, so better trade.
Yeah, here's a lot of aggression towards the bottom side. Arcane Shift gets Teddy out of there as the Blade Whirl in point-blank range. They're trying to get Carrier, but this T1 composition is playing around topside, playing around a lot of early game power as there's the all-in. Gravity Field comes through just before there he is. I wonder whether he'll take the Gromp. Looks like no, as he's planned a dive on the top lane. They do manage to get the flash and the ulti already. Peanut's going to turn up as there's the flash. Infernal Chain's not going to arm. Zeus in a little bit of trouble here. Does have the dominance. Is going to utilize it as now the sleep comes in. They're going to use it just to back away. Okay, gold lead. This is what we sort of expected. But let's see whether Peanut can set this one up. As closer, copping a Chaos Storm. Peanut, Teddy's behind an entire 6 minions.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is, you know, weak side Ezreal for you. You know, it's suffering just a little bit there as Carrier may have caught Peanut out of position. The sleep will come down. Watch out, he comes in, gets over the wall, and first blood is going to be claimed by Ona. Now the turnaround being attempted here from Kellen as the Lucian is going to be taken down. Heroic entrance, not quite enough, but now Bay. Can he set up enough here with this one? No, he can't, as Ona is so extraordinarily huge at this stage of the game, and it's not even over yet. Kellen getting on in there, does have level 6, but doesn't have his ulti available. Ona in trouble, but able to pick up a kill on the way out. That is 3 already as Doctom will get the flash out of Carrier. You know, the plate gold does come through, so he's not quite as behind as 40 CS may tell you. But let's have a look at this one more time. Classic Carrier, making the aggressive plays.
And then Wonder just is here. He's just here, and he's going to get a kill instantly. And then he wants more. They actually stay a little bit too long here. Really nice follow-up here from Bay. But, I mean, look at how good this Lilia player is right now. Like, he's actually fantastic, and he knows just how far he could push the issue. His timings of rotating are so good, and his sleep was perfect. Then we stay a little bit too long here. Again, Flasher traded. But T1 actually are getting the Drake right now in live, and they're going to get the first one of the game here. And this is such a huge issue. Nongshim just don't have any control over the game right now.
Yeah, looking to try and challenge here, as you can see. Ona taking a lot of damage from Rich, who flashes, but the counter flash is going to be there. Now Zeus trying to get out of the way of Peanut, who's looking to chase after him, but Slice and Dice is one heck of an ability, and he is going to be absolutely fine. We'd say 50-50 Ocean or Cloud. That's not how that is. There's a bit of a fight here towards the bottom side. A cleanse out from Doctom. Does mean he gets taunted, though, as Teddy finds the True Shot Barrage onto nothing. And closing in. Ona coming down as well. Bowling Ball is going to go out to the side, but the Lucian just doesn't need anyone as Peanut so close to going down. Close is going to have to settle for some beefsteak as now Ona getting over this wall. Bowling Ball comes through, doesn't land.
Speed that T1 have, but this is a Cloud Soul coming through, just to remind everyone.
Ooh, Teddy, Arcane Shift is on cooldown. Doctom comes through, and that is a very comfortable kill. Whether it's going to be enough is going to be the big question, as we are going to get the replay of all the shenanigans that happened on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, this is just nice taunt coming through, and then the turnaround here is because Closer is ready. And he's just going to go over the wall. And Peanut, like, when you look at a fight like this for Nongshim, their comp can't lock anybody down. They're way overextended. Every time they try to make a proactive play, they don't know where, like, Closer is, for example. They don't know where Owner is. So how do you deal with it when they do rotate and you don't have CC?
Oh, that was so sneaky.
Oh, so this was not even just like a huge mistake from Teddy. This is a proactive play. And he misses it.
It's the wrong brush and Arcane shifts forward. That's a really cute play from Doctom. I like it a lot. Any advantage that you... And I mean, yeah, I think that, like, Aatrox does have a use with the Samira composition because of the pile-in, but, like, right now, I mean, what is this Aatrox really doing? This is going to be his first addition to the scoreline, and unfortunately...
This would be great gold for Doctom. I mean, this is what you need.
Well, how much of a protector can Carrier be as he does find the double taunt? Bay's going to come up as well. They do have full information as Closer gets out of the way of the Pulverize. They do kill the Renekton, but now Closer is trying to unleash himself, looking to take down Bay. The Chaos Storm going to be a bit of a problem. So, already the Crocodile being taken down. There is the dash forward from Closer. Steps out of the gravity field a little bit too late there as he dashes over, takes down the Victor, and now Owner's going to turn up and try and gatekeep. Teleport going to immediately come in as the rest of Nongshim are going to rally around Rich. Closer most likely going to be taken down as the home guard was there. He breaks the chains that bind, but Rich is just going to stab him in the back. Well, T1, they've started off the Baron. As everyone's on it, they do have a level lead in the jungle as well, so let's see whether Owner can make sure that he confirms this. Peanut is going to dive into the pits, looking to be a 50-50, but Owner is going to win it. But in goes the Aatrox. He finds the backline, finds the Lucian, but the Lilia is starting to pop off. Instant interruption on the ulti of the Samira, and that is going to spell the end.
There for the 50-50, which he fails. But the immediate shutdown onto the Inferno trigger is the most important part of this, because that just prevents any way for Nongshim to try to turn this fight around. You can see Peanut's on the edge here, and unfortunately Kellen is just, I mean, he has to flash away early. He's not relevant in this fight anymore. Rich is trying to get in among it. I mean, this is the most value you're going to get out of an Aatrox at this stage. But the shutdown onto the Inferno trigger here, instantly stopping that from actually getting any value. Because if that gets a little bit more damage done, then maybe Rich can clean this up. But T1 were just so ready for it.
Yeah, it actually,
the Immortal Shield Bow early too, the Duskblade, like, it's just going to add a lot of extra damage against these squishies. As Kellen.
Yeah, that's a True Shot Barrage getting some value there. They find.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Is they do clear vision. The Rift Scuttler is available for a few more seconds. This is Nongshim's last chance in this game. This is going to have to be a miracle fight.
Well, the Baron is certainly going to go down, and there's Carrier in position. He locks up Rich, as now Teddy gets to work on the backside as Peanut has to dive out immediately. Closer trying to escape this one, going down extraordinarily low in T1. They do suffer some losses in health bar, but not necessarily in the kills just yet. The Lilia will fall, but now Teddy is over the wall, and unfortunately, the ulti's not quite enough, because it doesn't pierce far enough to get Teddy, and he hops on in and grabs that one. That's going to be the ace, and that should be the game here for T1.
Really good draft here for T1. I liked how they closed things out. Closer's Lucian ended up giving them so much prio in mid. Nongshim didn't have any agency in this game. The Aatrox pick that we were raising our eyebrows at definitely kind of went as expected here for Nongshim, unfortunately, and T1 really clean game here, 3 in a row now, again against very weaker opponents here than you should be probably getting too excited about. But when you see T1 perform this well, I think you're very happy to see that return to form.
Absolutely.
And good start in this series.
Gonna have to give this one up as level 2 was approaching. And already, Owner is in the enemy jungle, stealing everything.
Safe, but that's now faded away. So Peanut's like, showing up, he's like, oh, I've been vertical jungled again.
Yeah, and now he's gonna get 3 buffed instead of just double skull.
The sweeper.
3 AP junglers is, that's a flash from Doctor.
Peanut's here.
Flashes all the way in, they land the spear. Hook is good as well. Good night, Teddy.
Once
Once
again, trade back some farm for this, but this is a fantastic start for Duckdom, who can start to come back in this lane in a big way. And then we can see, the turret plate gold come through. Like, this is something that's happened so many times when you give over this duo to Nongshim. I think a lot of people are rolling at their eyes at the draft because of that, but hold that thought.
Yeah, I mean, that is, of course, weak side, as Rich is going to flash out of the way of Owner, but he's not the one tanking the turret. Zeus is going to go down, and so is Owner, as Rich gets the double kill. Peanut has a bit of damage there on to Doctor. Damn, you land those E's, and Carrier is certainly able to do some work, as Teddy lands a good pierce. Hook on to Carrier, though, as he's going to get thrown forward. There's the flash in, and Carrier just says goodbye to the birthday boy. And now they'll grab some plates on their way out. And more 2v2 kills for for these guys as it's a steal away on the Rift Herald here for Peanut. Rich with the World Ender is there as the Shockwave only lands onto one, and now the slaughter will begin. Yes, they pick up Eye of the Herald, but what do they lose? First Drake of the game here at 11 minutes in is a very late one, as here's the World Ender from Rich. Zeus tries to get the dice. I don't know whether he actually got it. Yes, he did. Trying to get out of the way. Doesn't have flash, though, as Dominus is popped, but unfortunately, it is not enough. Underneath the turret right now.
He is between two.
Yeah, as Pop Blossom down towards the bottom side. There's the Fate's Call as Teddy just executes Kellen.
Is 2-1-1. But that's not where you really want your gold to be for later on in this game, especially because Peanut doesn't have that much either. So they lose a Drake for this play. I mean, this is still the really well-handled play here from Nongshim. But where the gold is going is not exactly where you want it to be, which is potentially going to be an issue here. Is Teddy is just such a, I mean, he's a veteran on this champion, and with the Nico
is possible. Carrier wrapping around as Ona does steal away the red, and there it is. Peanut walks right onto the Nico. Blastcone moves him on back. He's burning down, gives him the peace sign, but Carrier just says good night. And T1, so that's going to be the first one for T1 here for this game. As now Kellen moving on forward. Peanut finds himself in position once again. Fate's Call is going to be available, but Pop Blossom goes down first, and now Teddy is trying to fight this one out. Great snare underneath the turret onto Kellen is the immediate call of the week. Double kill comes through. Carrier's still trying to get out of this one. He's not going to be able to, but now Peanut's playing Alcove League of Legends when he absolutely doesn't want to, and Shirley is destroying the mid lane.
Yeah, this is a really proactive play from Zeus.
Sleepy buys. That's going to be a Shockwave that's decent, but Bay's still going to die in the blink of an eye.
It's a very squishy Aphelios that can't really hold his own in these moments. So, you know, Teddy and Carrier here actually turn this around so well with the Pop Blossom coming through, and Teddy just pulls Carrier out. He's not worried at all because he's got the knock-up, and guess who's coming that they've called for is Zeus. So now you're stuck between a Crocodile and a turret, so you have nowhere to go here. And Rich doesn't, I think he just had used teleport to go back to lane, so he can't even join. And even if he did, he probably wouldn't have wanted to. And this is just, I mean, the mid lane is over.
In the meantime, Nongshim are actually winning a fight here towards the bottom side. Pop Blossom doing a fair bit of work there, but a double kill for Peanut. This is certainly good news as Rich trying to put that money to good use. Now he's underneath the turret. Peanut flashing forward, finds the smite onto Closer, who's just running away, hightailing it out as best he can as Kellen's booking it. He's going super fast, but Closer is...
Valdez and I cast another game of this. I think it was very early on in the season.
Yeah.
It's just a super powerful combo. Is Kellen, where you at?
Yeah, he's dead. This one certainly does work very, very well.
Look at this.
Oh, God. Shoes.
Yeah, a really aggressive Lucian player. I mean, besides the matchup aside, it's like a player issue.
Ooh, Bowling Ball connects here onto Rich, who is still pretty strong, remember. Gordrinker and Sterix now completed as Zeus playing the minigame quite nicely. Successful in that one.
Kellen.
Oh, dear. Peanut is in the area as Carrier finds the snare. There's the Pop Blossom. And once again, Kellen is just destroyed. That's barely even
exactly like
about right. As here's a Baron play for T1. We've got a teleport coming on in here as Rich looking for the backline. T1 are going to peel away as the Baron is very, very low. Zeus finds himself right here as he teleported on top of the ward through the backside. Nongshim looking at a bit of a pincer maneuver, but unfortunately not able to get their ducks in a row before this inhibitor turret goes down, and now the inhibitor will also fall. So we thought that the Baron play was difficult, as that's a solo Shockwave onto Closer. Is now Rich looking for the backline, but unfortunately T1 peel away in the nick of time. There's a hook to land onto Zeus, who tries to turn it now onto Bay. My God, the damage was great before he went down, but he did fall down. Rich in the backside now is looking to try and do what he can as Carrier running circles around everyone. Makes it out through the back. Value from this move as possible. Bay teleporting immediately back over, and as you can see, that wave is slowly but surely dying. Can T1 keep themselves alive is the question, as the Baron is taken by the Lucian of all people. Peanut looks a little bit silly as he then dashes back over the wall, but in goes Rich now, finds a lot of AoE damage.
We're saying there with the Nidalee coming through is we watch this fight again. Like, Rich is trying to look for something, anything on the side here, but T1's positioning is too good. Peanut tries to go in for the steal. He escapes, but this is just one of those passive Baron takes because of the positional advantage and the vision control. And like, you can see what Rich is capable of. I mean, if he was actually able to get in with the rest of his team to help heal for him, like, this is absolutely a winnable fight for Nongshim. But
so Nongshim now holding on to their last inhibitor that they have available. Zeus just sidestepping Rich a little bit here. Does a bit of a do-si-do. Checks out what's going on inside this fountain. Yep. Inside the base. Looks a bit similar to the ones that they have. As Closer now looks for Rich. The interruption on the culling is good. That's going to keep Rich alive for the moment as the bowling ball is going to pick the gap. And Closer is pushing minions towards these Nexus turrets. Is now Peanut going to dive in on top of Zeus and Closer dies, unfortunately, as Closer just finishes him off. The second of the double tap is going to do it. Closer just does so much damage. My God. Even the second bullet does a decent percentage of Rich's health bar, who has built mostly health, unfortunately. As there's the flash forward, May. It's going to flash out, but Kellen's not going to be so lucky. The Thresh is down now, and Closer is going to get knocked up right next to the fountain. Zeus is going to be taken here with a command attack, but Teddy is still alive. Carrier goes gold, and Pop Blossom denied so much space. Is now Doctum with the close range weaponry, wants to be a hero. Carrier gonna go down first. Rich is massive. Good night, Callista. They lose 2 Nexus turrets and all of their inhibitors, but Nongshim, by goodness!
There's a chance of a game 3 here, Atlas, and I mean, looking at things, this is another game where Carrier just barely buys himself his life here. This is another game where you give Duckdom the opportunity to have these great team fights later on, and he will take it. Carrier, I think, should be able to get out of here, but
nope. I have a feeling that Rich, with his super minions at a time.
They're so slow at this, I mean, they have to commit.
Peanut, tries to go for the steal, but of course, Rend still exists.
And T1, all they have to do is just walk down with the minions now, as long as they don't get picked.
Oh no, speaking of picked, but Lantern is going to get them to safety now. Rich trying to be the hero. He survives for a long time, but not long enough, unfortunately. And Rich was the reason why Nongshim were able to survive the last fight, as Bay goes down to almost no health. Closer just doing exactly what he wants. And now, this is an open Nexus. That's a one-man shockwave. That ain't going to be enough to Pop Blossom onto both carries at the same time. And Carrier's going to say goodnight to this game. And now you're going to have a difficult task on your hands, because you have to decide on who's going to get the player of the game. And my goodness...